Hey everyone, it's Heather. It's I think it's after 1 in the morning and I can't sleep. Um I just got done probably about a half hour ago going through 742 House bills. I was looking to see how many other House bills had 51 sponsors like we do. And none of them do. And when I say we, for those of you that may not know, I'm talking about House Bill 857, which is cancer coverage for firefighters. Currently, 44 states have cancer coverage for firefighters. Florida isn't one of them. And right now we have vast bipartisan support, almost split down the middle of Republicans and Democrats. There's a few more Democrats than there are Republicans, but still, we have 51 sponsors. The next closest bill was House Bill 217 that had 23 sponsors. Great bill, by the way. It allowed for post-secondary education for our military and their families. So, but that's the closest one. But yet, our bill with 51 sponsors, almost half of the members of the House hasn't been placed on a committee to be heard. I don't even want to get into asking for support right now. We just want the opportunity to have our voices be heard, place the bill on an agenda. So when you talk to the committee chairperson, he'll tell you that it's not up to him. And that's the same thing that we've heard the last few years. So previous to the speaker that's here now, Oliva, I'll get to that in a minute, Speaker Corcoran wouldn't allow the bill to be heard because Speaker Corcoran and our Senate sponsor, Jack Latvala, they had issues. And Corcoran didn't like Latvala, and there was personality issues. So our bill, again, on the House side, never made it to a committee. So we never even had the opportunity for debate at all. The Senate side, it went quite well. We've always had very strong support on the Senate side, just like we do right now with Senator Flores. She's been amazing. But the House side has been different. And I really was quite hopeful when Speaker Corcoran stepped down or was out of office that we would have great support until a couple of weeks before session started, and I received a phone call telling me that there was problems with the bill, that the speaker had issues with firefighters based off of a race. It wasn't even his race. It was a friend of his who was running for Senate, and a firefighter ran against his friend. I don't know what happened. It's not in my district or anything like that. I do know that the speaker's friend won that election. So I'm not quite sure why there would be any issue with that, but that's what I have been told by an sundry of sources. I haven't heard it from the speaker, so take that for what it is. But based off of everything I've seen, it seems to lend some credibility to that story because I was told that we being firefighters, have to try to mend some fences from that, which I don't understand. That's politics. One person runs, or two people, or three people, or four people run, and one person wins. That's the way it goes. I don't understand why anybody would hold grudges. I would hope that wouldn't be the case. But our previous sponsor, she wouldn't sponsor it again this year because she said it was going to be dead on arrival. So I don't want to give up one of my bill slots for that. Representative, the sponsor now, he's a Democrat and a firefighter, had to go and get permission and talk to leadership about filing this bill and ask for their help. Once again, I have been very involved in the political process for a long time. I'm a self-proclaimed political junkie, have been to Tallahassee several times. I know that the system is frustrating. I know that it's hard. It's supposed to be hard. I get that. And I also knew when we filed the bill that usually, good legislation takes 3 to 5 years. I'm fine with all of that. What I do have an issue with, though, is when some of the people that are in power play these types of games, and I don't like it. As a friend of the speaker's, a former senator who had to step down, is going around in Tallahassee telling people that we'll never see cancer coverage in the state of Florida. And once again, I've not heard this person say that, and I hope it's wrong, because I can't imagine that you would deny firefighters and our families any type of coverage that protects us from the number one killer of firefighters, which is cancer. But again, that's what I'm hearing. And when you look at all of the, what would you say, circumstantial evidence, it certainly adds up to be that way, where I can't get my local representatives have signed on to the bill previously, but now they won't or haven't as of yet. And when you have a bill that has been assigned 3 committees and it hasn't been placed on the agenda for the first committee, that's a problem. And when the chairman of that committee says, it's not my call, I'm being told I can't put it on, it's above my decision. It's disheartening at best. We have 51 sponsors. We have worked, just so everybody out there understands, in case you don't know, we have worked really hard as a profession to change our culture. I have had the opportunity to go and speak to at least probably very close to 2,000 firefighters in departments all across the state of Florida, talking about things that we can do to significantly reduce our risk of being diagnosed. The state of Florida did $1 million grant that allowed 4,200 decontamination buckets to be distributed to 400 departments across the state of Florida, with the goal being that we have decontamination buckets on every single fire truck in the state of Florida. And those decontamination buckets, they contain baby wipes and simple things, instruments for us, tools for us to use to decontaminate on scene, to get that layer of carcinogens off of us so that we don't carry it from the scene through the fire truck or the cab of the fire truck and then back to the fire station. That was $1 million grant from the state of Florida, from the legislature. They appropriated that. Not only did they appropriate that, but they have appropriated up to $5 million over the course of, I think it's 4 years now, to the University of Miami to study cancer in firefighters. Not if it's a problem among firefighters, but what are the reasons? What are the things that we can be doing? What is some education, more education? They have amazing projects that they're doing at the University of Miami, and we're so proud of all of the work that they're doing, and the fact that the state legislature has appropriated upwards of $5 million. So my question is really to the Speaker of the House, who, by the way, I have been asking every single day for 6 weeks now. I email his representative, his legislative aide, Corey, and say, hi, Corey, it's Heather. If you give me 6 hours, I just want 5 minutes with the speaker, because I do want to tell him what we are doing, that we're working so hard, that actually as a profession, we don't ever want to use cancer coverage. We hope that we don't have to. We placed 500 sets of boots at the steps of the Capitol just a couple of weeks ago. Each pair of boots represented a firefighter who had passed away in the state of Florida. Those boots, they were empty, but somebody used to stand in those boots, a firefighter, a mother, a father, a sister, a brother, an aunt, an uncle, would deserve to at least have the bill be heard and allow for the debate to occur. Mr. Speaker, you said it on your opening statements that you don't want the volume of our voices to be the strength of the debate. You want the strength of the argument to be the debate. We're not getting either. And I don't want to use the strength of our voices, but we will if we have to. So I'm asking you to please put personalities or whatever issues you have with firefighters aside and allow our bill to be heard and to move forward. Do it because it's the right thing to do. Do it because that's what you were elected to do. As firefighters, we don't pull up on a scene and go, that guy cut me off last week or whatever it may be. I can't help him. We help everybody. In any situation, no matter who they are or what they've done, we help them. We have the same expectation that you'll do the same thing for us. I hope you do. I hope you put personalities aside and do the right thing and allow House Bill 857 with its 51 sponsors to be heard. Thank you.